Have you heard the joke about the accountant that made a mistake when doing some work for a bus company, tried to cover it up, and then got caught? He was busted. That's probably the worst joke I've made up this year. But it's a really important topic and I hope it helps you remember it. Pitcher Partners, a second-tier Australian accounting firm, had to pay nearly $6 million to Neville's bus service. Why? Well, it starts off when a person working for Pitcher Partners made a mistake, helping prepare a bus tender on behalf of Neville's Transport for New South Wales government. But it wasn't just a small mistake. They incorrectly costed the tender by $660,000 per year for the 9-year life of the contract. This created a financial black hole big enough to drive a bus through. The company won the tender and effectively lost nearly $6 million as a result of the mistake. Sadly, the story does not end here. When a partner of the firm found the error, they concealed it, lied about it, and tried to blame others for it. So now the situation's moved from a genuine error to fraudulent concealment. And this demonstrates the risks and pressure accountants face when doing our work. Firstly, there's the importance linked to the amounts of money involved. We work on items worth millions of dollars, and so it's very important we are technically competent and diligent. There are procedures we follow, such as client engagement quality assurance or QA reviews. And in the court hearings, it said this, that error was so obvious it leapt off the page and would have been detected. Secondly, we can see how hard it is to maintain an ethical approach when we face significant financial risks. Here, there's a clear self-interest threat. Well, you have to apologise and cover the lost $5.5 million. And this threat has affected our integrity, objectivity, and professional behaviour. We explore those fundamental principles more when we get to Module 2. Thirdly, we can see how the accounting profession is harmed and when we do not behave appropriately. Because people are going to ask, who can trust accountants? If people assume we will lie and deceive our clients instead of telling them the truth, and even try and blame the client for the mistakes that we've made. And we look at this credibility concept in more detail in Part B of Module 1. So, while accountants are supposed to act in the public interest, in this case it looks like the crocodile's eaten the plover instead of worked together. There is an ever-present pressure of self-interest affecting our responsible decision-making, and we should be accountable. We should help others be accountable and certainly not avoid accountability. And we must ensure that we continue to act ethically at all times. I think what's most frustrating in this case is that the client ended up getting repaid the money, but reputations have been destroyed in the process. So the unethical behaviour didn't even help Pitcher Partners and actually caused far more harm.